Assalamu alaikum, Mir Ahmed Khan from Minute Mirror, and today we have with us a unique filmmaker, rather I would say, from Pakistan. Call him an educationist or a filmmaker attached with the Boeing Pakistan Corporation as well. His services are extended not only towards entertainment industry of Pakistan but also to the education industry as well. Thank you very much, sir, for taking time out, and welcome on board.
Thank you very much, Ahmed Qayyum. बहुत शुक्रिया.
You're welcome, sir. Sir, just very quickly, I would like to ask you your journey from Pakistan's military into the film industry. How did that happen? And what motivated you?
Ahmed, I spent almost 20 years in the Pakistan Armed Forces, and like every other officer, trained over many years. But one thing which is less maybe is the creativity part, which is not required much, but the uniformity is required more. So I kept on that for a very long time, and that remained with me till the time I was part of the drama club. I was part of all those activities which takes place other than the military hardcore activities, but it always remained with me. And the beauty about the armed forces is they let you do whatever you want to do, and they do not let you do what you don't want to do. So I wanted to see the adventure. The armed forces gave me the chances to see the adventure, and when armed forces wanted me to experience this side, so it ended up even making one of the movies for the armed forces. So from one end to the other, but making, there were some other entrepreneurs also which I experienced.
Okay, now talking about the film that you made for the armed forces, if I'm not mistaken, it was Sherdil, right?
Yep.
Okay, now coming back to Sherdil, after I'm going to ask you this question is, you said that you were actively involved in drama clubs and performing arts throughout your academic career. Could you share with us some information about your academic background? Which school did you go to? Which university did you attend? And did you attend drama club in the armed forces as well? Do our armed forces offer performing arts club as well?
No, not as such. In fact, once you are in the academy, so all those who wants to go to the Pakistan Armed Forces, there's like a night called Introductory Night, and on that Introductory Night, this was something of this kind that I was acting at that moment, and after that they picked me up from that Introductory Night. There is a drama club in the Pakistan Military Academy, and there used to be a junior cadet academy.
That's new to me.
So
I think it'll be new to the audience
also
as well, that there is a drama club in the military academy as well. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so they train you for singing, they train you for all that thing, but because that's not the hardcore work of the armed forces, so they keep it on the sidelines. But yes, they keep the sports very much active. The people who can be on the sports ground, running and hockey and football, and not cricket as much, but all other sports are very welcome there. But since there were many of the students who could play the drums, who could play the musical instrument, they could also act as drama, they could do the Sherlock Holmes and all these dramas which are of the international fame. They always gave them a chance, but those were a bit of it, Ahmed, which we carried on. But I was the one who always carried a video camera with myself in the armed forces, and I shot every moment whenever I was anywhere. So I was recording it, but I was not knowing that one day I was going to end up
becoming one of the prominent filmmakers. In fact, your film Sherdil also represented Pakistan at I think international platforms. I think it was on Netflix or Amazon or Prime, if I'm not mistaken. Could you now tell us how and when did you decide to enter the Pakistani film industry and execute projects like Sherdil? And I think last year perhaps you executed another project, Hum Tum Aur Wo, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
All right, so tell us something about your journey, that exciting journey and quite a unique journey. A person from the armed forces, doing his business as well on the side, plus venturing into the education industry? How does this entertainment industry, and not even drama, but the film industry, how did that happen?
Junaid Jamshed is the name. Every household knows about him.
It is actually, but how is Junaid Jamshed connected with you?
Junaid Jamshed is a name which resonates with myself also. And it happened in a manner that this is a kind of story that I always loved one of the songs of the Pakistan Air Force, which was very nice and sung by Alamgir. And Tum hi se hai mujahido jahan ka sabat hai.
Okay.
And I happened to work with the Pakistan Air Force a bit. And I always used to speak to the Air Force officers that that is a song that it stands on the top, and maybe the other songs have not reached that level. So on one of the 2016, I was called in the air headquarters, and they said that you were very critical about our songs. So how about you make one of the songs? I said, how can I make a song? They said that you were so critical, so we would like you to attempt one. They knew that I had little liking for the music and an ear for the music, so they involved me into that project. And I went to everybody, pillar to post, and I tried that I must convince a bigger music composer to do something for me. But in 1 month's time, I feel that I had come to know that that was impossible. So
impossible in what terms? You getting the right person on board? I'm sorry to cut you out, but impossible in like what sense? The time restraint, or the getting the right person, in your team to direct the music and make the music composition?
Ahmed to write the lyrics.
Okay.
To compose the music, to make a video.
Okay.
And not a run of the mill, because I was not
like
trying
executing
to
the
make
complete project.
That
all
it
right.
should just happen. I wanted to make something to the level of the Alamgir song Tum hi se hai mujahido. So my mind was on that thing, and they wanted me, because they challenged me in a manner that we would like you to do something of that. And I said no. But while going back from the air headquarters, I thought that maybe this is an opportunity also. I should consider it as an opportunity also that Pakistan Air Force gives me to understand that I wanted to have something of this kind. So I gave a call to Sheikh Mansoor, I gave a call to all the composers. They said, in 1 month time, Mr. Khan, Major Nauman Khan, it's not possible. And I came to know that I'll go back to the Air Force and I'll say that sir, in 30 days I won't be able to make it. But then once I say this thing that as an entrepreneur, you should always take a challenge as an opportunity. I took it as an opportunity. That moment worked for me, and I ended up composing the song myself. And the idea was that in the marriages, in the mehndi, the girls come, they dance for only less than 30 seconds, 1 minute, and then there is a medley of another song.
I'm sorry to cut you out, sir. So, you said that you composed the music, right?
I composed the music, and the song which I wanted to tell you is a song which was done and sung by Junaid Jamshed, and that was medley of the song, and we started off Do Pal Ka Ye Jeevan Hai, Kuch Karna Hai To Kar Kuch. That became
so that was done by you. Do Pal Ka Ye Jeevan Hai. Yeah, I remember that song actually. I was in my school days, when that came out, and it was one of my favorite songs. So you wrote the lyrics as well of that song, other than composing the music?
I never wrote the lyrics. The idea was that's what where we got disconnected. So what I did was I created a medley of all the Milli Nagmas, the national songs, and that what we did. So we created 5 songs, and by chance there was nothing as such. Kasam us waqt ki, jab waqt humko azmata hai, Dil Dil Pakistan, Is Parcham ke Saaye Tale, Tum hi se hai mujahido jahan ka sabat hai, and
what about Yehi Zameen? So I'm guessing did you do?
So we did that.
Did you do Yehi Zameen as well? I'm guessing. Late Junaid Jamshed's another,
I love that song, but as you make a song, I wanted to keep it very short, crisp. That was less than 5 minutes. So we created it, and I requested Junaid Jamshed that is it possible that you can do that? He says, Meir Saab, you have really composed him. I said, yes. He said, then it's out of the world and I would like to do that. So anyway, we ended up having Junaid Jamshed singing these songs, and I'm thankful to Almighty that as Junaid sang it, not like I composed it, it became very viral across Pakistan.
It did.
And,
so it did
that
actually.
was my journey towards media in 2015.
What was that major turning point, where you decided to make a feature film like Sherdil? And I happened to watch Sherdil. It was actually, by any standard, one of the best movies ever produced in Pakistan. And some of the shots were so good that it reminded me of Top Gun when I watched it, during my school days. The first one that came out with Tom Cruise. So was it like another motivational project from our armed forces that you took up, or was it your own? Like, was it like from your own?
It was not a motivational project. It was not at all. And since the song of the Tumhi Se Mujahido or Do Pal Ka Ye Jeevan had become very viral, and that was a tipping point for me to work towards the media. So they asked me that how about that if you would like to produce a movie for the Air Force. Okay. It is something the similar kind, that the way I was not a musician, but I ended up writing, composing some music and all that thing which we arranged. So I said no. And one day Junaid came up to my rescue and he said that, Nauman, can you understand that what's the opportunity you're having, that Pakistan Air Force is coming to you and you're saying no. So anyway, it took a long journey, and finally the movie got approved by the Pakistan Air Force. And then I knew that the movie which you are mentioning, Top Gun, is the hallmark of the aviation movies.
And some of the scenes, I'm sorry to cut you out, I mean, some of the scenes shot, in your film, Sherdil, were actually, of almost the same quality or almost of the same standard of Top Gun. And that is like, a classic, one of the classics, of Hollywood. But then my next question is, like, from Sherdil, you went to a totally, regular kind of a, comedy movie that you did called Tum Main Aur Wo, right? If I'm not mistaken with the name. And that was like a regular, comedy film. I think it did good in, in the box office. So, I mean, this transition from a hardcore, military film Sherdil to this regular, a feel light-hearted film like Tum Main Aur Wo, like how did this transition happen?
The movie name is Hum Tum Aur Wo, and in fact it was a patriotic movie. It was a national movie, Sherdil. And being a writer, I never wanted to brand myself for one kind of writing.
Okay.
So I said, by the way, note in my mind that I'm not going to write this story, but every day being a writer, these things come to your mind. And I ended up scribbling the pen, and it kept on coming onto the pages, and finally those scenes made into a movie. And it was with me for the over 2 years till the time one of my friends convinced me that how about if you would like to shoot it. And I kept on saying no, and finally we ended up shooting this movie. And yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, you also did some on-screen performances as well, rather than off-screen in Tum Main Aur Wo. And I did see you doing a couple of scenes, if not one, in Sherdil as well. So your passion of performing on stage or on screen, of course, that will be linked with your drama club. But is there another project coming up soon in which we might be getting a chance to see you more on screen rather than off screen?
I'm glad, Ahmed, you have done the homework that I have been on the screen in these both projects. First is I never wanted to be in the Sherdil, I wanted to be behind the scenes. But my great friend Junaid Jamshed, we lost him. And my complete
soul rest in peace
members, they said, sir, you have written the movie, you have written the screenplay of the movie, you remember each scene by heart, and you are a soldier also. and it's a soldier's character also. So how about if you could do it? And I said okay. So I ended up auditioning 2-3 people. Rather, my team did that, and they said that, sir, I think so, you should do it. So I did that thing. And in the Hum Tumar Wo, that was also not my character. That was character of the famous character Gulsher, Qasim, my friend. But on the last day, he had to be somewhere else because of some emergencies, and we were shooting. And my team was saying, sir, you have kept mustaches, and you look quite military.
Okay.
So in the last 3 days, then we had to decide that I have to be on the sets of the Hum Tumar Wo, being a writer. So
you just filled in the gap, if I'm not mistaken. You just filled in the gap. Is that right? In Hum Tumar Wo?
Yes, I did.
Well, you did a pretty good job, you know. I mean, and people who haven't watched it, they should go and watch Hum Tumar Wo. And sir, with the current affairs, I'll come to that in just a few minutes. But how are you connected with the education industry and the Boeing Corporation in Pakistan? I mean, when did that happen? And what's your role in that? You know, Boeing Corporation.
In Pakistan, you cannot make money from the movies, and my passion is to make movies. So I'm a businessman, and I represent Boeing in Pakistan aviation industry. So my hardcore work remains like that, and I spent pretty good time on that. And while you gave me a call, I've come to my conference room and giving you this interview also from my office. So my work remains that aviation in the all three forces, but at the same time my passion is to write. And as you were mentioning about the conflict school, animal film, I have a very strong I'm a strong believer that Pakistan cannot change till the time we have good students. We have this present, which will turn into a great future. So
undoubtedly.
Not a very big school, but I have a stream of 2 schools, and I have a decent number of the students, and there I teach them what is not only in the curriculum. I teach them what I found missing in myself, what I find missing in my generation, in my nation, anywhere. So it becomes their curriculum the next morning. So this is how I'm related to conflicts.
Well, I wish you all the best with that. And talking about that, you know, extending this, perception that you have, are you or would you be working in the near future to promote the talent of Pakistan in the world of arts? Like, for example, would you try to organize film festivals for the young filmmakers of Pakistan so that you could pick up the best ones and then perhaps make another movie anytime soon?
Very good question. I am presently the executive member of the Pakistan Film Producer Association.
Okay.
And I've already spoken to the chairman for the point which you just mentioned. And film festival is a bigger platform. But what I could do is that in Sherdil, I gave chance to the new talent, and today they are already on the screens of Pakistan. They're doing very well. And at the same time in Sherdil also, I picked up the new talent, made them read the script, made them to understand the script, and then act. And if you could go onto the sites and see that they were standing in front of established actors of Pakistan, and they said that in fact that was the part of the reading session and the training which they had, that they could stand in front of a big actor and act that confidently. So yes, I do that, and I try that the new talents of Pakistan.
Well, I wish you keep on doing that, and I wish you somehow convince the Pakistani Film Corporation or organization or the board of directors to launch a film festival project as well, because that for sure is going to give a chance to the young and aspiring filmmakers from all over the country to showcase their talent, and who knows, maybe you can pick up one of the best filmmakers to represent our country at international film festivals. So I wish you all the best, sir, and thank you very much for your time. I hope that you will sometime very soon execute another project like Sherdil, or even a better one in the near future.
Thank you, Ahmad Qayyum Khan, and wish you best of everything to your team and for your efforts.
Thank you very much, sir, and you have a wonderful day. This is Mir Ahmad Khan from Minute Mirror. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.
मज़ीद ऐसी वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को दबाना न भूलें।